Hey guys, alright, welcome back. Today we're going a little further in embryonic breathing. Remember embryonic breathing, also called cavity breathing and Wu-Ji breathing. So cavity refers to the abdominal cavity, okay? Your elixir field, your energy body, but the bio battery is comprised of all of the guts, the intestinal system. So for those of you that don't know, the intestines are like 13 feet long or something like that, and it's just a long tube. So imagine like water flowing through a long tube like that, and how under pressure it will gain energy. Well, it'll there's energy that's built from that. Imagine now that is rolled up, bundled up, put into some sort of body, right? Whatever, battery, whatever, but it's in our body. That's how the intestines work from the Qigong point of view, embryonic breathing point of view, and the bio battery elixir field point of view. So the intestines are absorbing the energy, and the way that they are coiled up like that, the energy is coiled up and stored. Okay, and this is our center, our core, our where all of our energy will come from. The energy that we use in everyday life, right? When you're tired or when you're thirsty, you're gonna eat something, or you're gonna drink something. And we know that in Qigong we call it post-birth essence, but we know that if we drink water and eat good food, that we'll have a good energy and a clean body. So this is the cavity that we're referring to. Okay, what are you supposed to feel in embryonic breathing? That's a hard question. Are you supposed to feel the guts? Can you even feel the guts? Usually when you have energy flowing through a tube, so let's say like the energy, this is our tube, energy flowing through that, usually you can sort of get a sense of, you can usually feel energy when it meets a stopping point. Okay, so that's why we can feel the energy within the arm, because that stopping point, that containing vessel, is the skin, and if you go deeper in, it's the muscles. So you can feel minute streams of energy. So going back to the intestinal system, all that coiled up, should you be able to feel that? It's hard to say, it's hard to know. What we do know that we can feel is the boundary, the containing vessel of the abdomen, the torso, the front and the back. So if you look at the embryonic breathing book, we'll refer to that today, you'll see that there's the Yin Jiao cavity and the Mingmen cavity. These are the cavities that we look at when we're talking about embryonic breathing. Cavity is like, my teacher Dr. Yang explains it, like the window in a house. So you're going to open up the windows to get some circulation. Cavities function in that same way. Okay. Now, when we're in embryonic breathing, we want to be able to feel that cavity, and in a way there's an emptiness there that we want to search for. And to go deeper, we want to fine-tune our focus into one single point. So if you can imagine our cavity in the torso, that's actually quite a big area to focus on. What we want to do is shorten, make that a small focal point of energy. Okay. Now, yesterday we talked about returning the son to the mother, which is the Taoist form of embryonic breathing, a Taoist way to lead the energy down to the real Dantian. The Buddhist way is not too different. Okay. You have to look a little bit at Buddhist and Taoism. So how we roughly, grossly describe Buddhist and Taoist method in the terms of embryonic breathing, we say that the Buddhists allow it to happen. So they'll wait patiently, sit, and let the energy circulate. The Taoists want to create the conditions so that they can make it happen, and they're slightly more assertive, more aggressive in the practice. So that's why reverse abdominal breathing is referred to as Taoist breathing. Okay, so reverse abdominal breathing, which is used in martial arts, is slightly more aggressive in embryonic breathing in the sitting posture. Okay, if you look at the pictures here, you'll see that the Buddhist method is sort of what I envision more of like a pouring down into the real lower dantian. And you'll see that downward angle of the arrows, and compared to the Taoist method, you'll see that you go straight to the center. There's no downward motion until you're at the center line, the Chong Mai. Okay, you'll see that once you condense to both of the centers, you'll drop the energy down to the real lower dantian, and that's referred to as returning the son to the mother. Okay, so what I feel is that when I talk about settling the chi before you go into embryonic breathing, before you begin the process of embryonic breathing, settling the chi is similar to that of the Buddhist embryonic breathing. So you're just you breathe deep abdominal breathing just to relax and let the energy settle. And that's really what they're trying to do. However, they're trying to condense to the lower dantian. I'm just, at the beginning, just trying to settle my presence, my being. Okay, so let's go into the breath. Let's go into the posture. And let's try both. Okay, so let's begin with Buddhist breathing. So we're just going to pour down the energy into the real lower dantian using deep, regular abdominal breathing. After that, we'll do some Taoist breathing. Okay, so when you inhale, just track down the body into the abdominal cavity. And then when you exhale, just relax. You inhale again, deep abdominal breathing. And exhale and relax. Try that a few times. Inhale, track down the body to the abdominal area, and exhale, relax. And when you inhale, remember the abdomen is expanding for regular abdominal breathing. Remember to lengthen the spine, tuck the chin in, tip of the tongue at the roof of the mouth. Okay. The difficult thing is the mind, right? So when you have a mental activity, what will help to cease that mental activity, tame the monkey mind, is tracking the mind down the body as you inhale. So that gives your mind something to do, something to focus on. Okay, so you'll need to maintain that focus and not get lazy and let the mind wander. Good, so let's switch to reverse abdominal breathing, Taoist breathing, okay? So we'll want to condense the energy on the upper and lower dantians, create a line, a connection, and then once you feel them condensed, then you'll want to drop down. It's what we did yesterday. Return the sun to the mother. So inhale and condense. You feel a line connected to the central points of the upper and lower dantian. Do that a few times. Keep the mind on the upper and lower dantian in the center. Inhale 2 steps, exhale 1. Inhale, drop down. Exhale, release. Try it again. Inhale, drop down. Exhale, release. Try that on your own. Just create that connection. Condense the energy in the upper and lower dantian. And then drop down. Inhaling. And just exhale, relax. You're using reverse abdominal breathing when you inhale the drop down. Exhale, just relax. Relax the body, relax the mind. Well, hope that helps you guys. We'll come back and we'll do it again. We'll try it again tomorrow. Let me know if you have any questions. That's day 87, I believe. We'll come back, do it again tomorrow. You all take care. Keep breathing. Keep loving.